Okay. Now, Josh, by the way, do you have the beard on deliberately to make you look older, or it's a...
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I look like a 5-year-old without it. So.
All right. So Josh, can I ask you, what do you do on social media? What do you do on social media at the moment to get business?
Being a new agent, I'm not someone that's going to have referrals. I've got to definitely, all my business is cold. So in terms of social media, I'm massive on doing Facebook Live. I believe in doing it every week, giving people content. I just give content galore. I give reviews, I do video on all my properties. I boost everything as well. So on average, my weekly video maybe gets around 6,000-7,000 views. So to me, that's powerful because I know a lot of vendors see that. And often I go into appointments and I'll say, oh, you pop up on my Facebook every single day. And yes, it might be annoying as shit to some people, but guess what? I'm in the door, they've seen my face and I've never seen them. So it's getting me out there and it's building my profile more than anything.
Okay, so is it Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram's more for personal stuff, other agents and whatnot, but it's mainly Facebook. Facebook's where I boost everything. Like my Facebook bill last month was 14 grand.
So 14,000 on Facebook.
Yep.
That was your bill. How much of that 14 grand did you get paid back?
10 was VPA.
10 was VPA.
Yep.
Okay. So Josh, the sort of I noticed last night account, you do a lot of vendor testimonials.
Huge, especially in this market when a lot of people are scared to list with an agent and they really want to get the right one to get the right result. I think it's powerful when a vendor is sharing their experience. How was I when I listed the home? Did I live up to what I said? Did I get them a good result? And were they happy with the service to refer me to other people? I think that's powerful, especially when we're going into listing appointments these days. And unfortunately, your competitors might say, oh, he undersold that, or, he's the young 23-year-old smart ass with Gucci shoes. So you've got to differentiate yourself a little bit, and I think those vendor testimonials are very powerful. They work well for me.
Okay, so Josh, how do you get your call-outs to go to listing presentations? What are the main ways that you get into people's doors?
Getting into people's doors, withdrawals are massive. I sold 20 last year from withdrawals, so I think they're the best ones to have. They've had a bad experience through someone else, it hasn't sold, they put a signboard up and they've said they're selling, they're putting their hand up saying I'm selling, but I've had a bad experience. So you come in the door, you offer them a better experience, better marketing campaign, deliver more buyers, you get a good result, and they will be your biggest fans. Other ways, social media. Per month last year, I was listing about 8 per month, probably 4 from social media. Now I list between 10 to 12, and I get about 7 listings from social media. Purely, I saw you on Facebook, and if they don't see me on Facebook, they're seeing my letterbox drop, I do 1,000 per campaign, they're seeing my signboard, they're getting everything. Or I'm door knocking on my associate, on their door, hi, just sold this. So all my business is cold, and I think in your first couple of years in real estate, it's going to be like that. I've got 0 referrals, so that's how I get my business.
Okay, Josh, you're at a listing presentation.
Yep.
You're new. You've only been in real estate 1 year.
Yep.
Other people have been working in the market for 10, 15 years. They're more experienced. You're young. They look at you. How do you win listings against agents that have been in the market a lot longer?
One of the big things, I make myself available. So a lot of my competitors, like my boss, he's been 35 years. A lot have kids and a lot don't do the late appointments. 2 nights ago when you called me, Tom, I was in the office signing a contract, had 2 appraisals after that. Tonight I've got 3 appraisals all late night, 4, 6 and 9 p.m. So I make myself available first and I'm in the door. If someone wants me to go that night, I'm there. Whereas other agents might delay it for a couple of days. I think the big thing with myself being a new agent, I offer a lot of energy, enthusiasm, a new marketing campaign that's in the current time. I think 10 years ago, those methods still might work for some, but I think the social media and being from that younger generation where you can target more people. Like when I'm boosting stuff on Facebook, I'm doing a radius of between 20 kilometres from where the listing is. Like I had one 2 weeks ago, it was in Acacia Gardens, just to give you a bit of an example. They chose a campaign which was $4,800. That's my new campaign. They went video, real estate domain, all the portals, plus a social media package. The buyer was just in Glenwood, which was, a couple of kilometres away. She saw it, came to the open home, cashed up, pre-approved, had sold, price guide, $950 to $1 million. She paid $1.40 million in 5 days. 20 people through the open home, 7 potential vendors, I've listed 4.
Okay, Josh, can I ask you, how many hours are you working a day or a week?
Some days it's some days it's 9 to 11, other days I've been midnight, a lot of hours.
So you're putting in long hours now?
Of course.
Okay, let me ask you, this question, and that is, why do you reckon you've done those 70 deals in your first year in sales? Why is it?
I'm a killer. I don't let buyers go. When I'm in a listing appointment, I'm massive on closing business. I think a lot of agents are scared to ask the question. Sometimes they expect it. Sometimes they think, oh, I'll go with you, and they leave. There's many here that would have gone to an appraisal and thought, I just had the best presentation of my life. However, didn't get the business, and then next week they're on the market with someone else. So in terms of myself, I always ask the question, are you happy for me to be your agent? Are you happy to get the process started? And are you happy to work together every time? So in terms of my listings, I probably go to about 10, 12 a week now. I'll sign 8 out of 10. From that, a lot are from social media, I'll be honest, because people just see me. And in my area, I just outwork the competition. They're older, not that that's a bad thing. You know, not that that's a bad thing, but I use my age as an example. And I think there's a lot of young agents in the room. A couple have come up to me and, you know, we follow each other on socials and whatnot. I was one that thought age was a barrier and I couldn't be successful because I was younger. I had no sales, I had zero experience, but that's not the case. Definitely, I use that as my biggest strength. I'm younger, I use a lot of social media, and I'm hungry to get deals together. I think you've got to create a deal in this market. Yes, it's tough, but it's relative. If they buy for less, they sell for less. It's the same thing.
If you're good enough, you're old enough.
100%.
Just think about that. If you're good enough, you're old enough.
Without
Ages, and it doesn't matter if you're on the spectrum of 70 or you're on the spectrum of 20. At the end of the day, it makes no difference if you're male or female. It is one of the best jobs in the world where you get paid true market value for the value that you deliver to your community. And I'm going to tell you, your group certificate that you get in June and July is a report card on the into your marketplace. Josh, one final question I'm going to ask you, and that is prospecting. What's prospecting for you?
Prospecting, I work a lot in the heat, and I think you've got to leverage a lot nowadays. So when I started and I got my, big breaking sales, my boss in the core area where we work, I'm in the western suburbs, so I'm around Quakers Hill, Blacktown, Acacia Gardens, Marriott. So I had a couple of patches that were nothing special, 1,000 homes here or there, and you couldn't really get traction. And my boss had been the old dog for 35 years, dominated that patch. However, our market share was only about 10%. There was a couple of other agents that were strong nationality-wise near the buyers, and they quite dominated. Since we started to do all the socials, since we started to do a lot of the prospecting, working in the heat with things, I think once the property comes for sale, like I had a duplex. Now this duplex, it was in a nice cul-de-sac in Quakers Hill. My boss was injured, hurt his back, and he said, mate, you go and get it. Go get it, mate, list it. I said, okay. So I went there and listed it on the spot. Typical vendor in some cases. She wanted a bit more than what it was worth. I said, well, let's be optimistic, let's be realistic. That was, Ohio Place in Quakers Hill. Now, that duplex price guide was $735 to $765. It sold in 5 days for $785. Suburb record for a 3-bed, 2-bath, double-story duplex at the time. Now, I went around to absolutely every other duplex and I said, hi, I'm Josh. I've just sold a duplex, suburb record. Would you be interested in selling at the right price? And everyone said, oh, maybe, and I would just ask for their details. Can I have your first name? Can I have your last name? Can we keep in contact? I went on to sell, I think, 30 more duplexes. I've got 4 on the market at the moment. So work in the heat with things. You get a good sale on a unit, go and hit all the other units. You get a good 4-bed sale, get another 4-bed sale. Just communicate that you've got a good result, you've got buyers, and as we know, like Chase Drive, I had 20 people through the open home, 19 people missed out. That's powerful when you're at the door. Hi, I'm Josh. Just sold down the road, $1,040,000, 40K over the price guide. 19 people have missed out on the property. Have you thought of selling? Would you sell at the right price? When can I come around and give you a market update? Get their details, and in 6 months, when something changes in their life, they want to upsize, downsize, they want to move to the Central Coast, they're thinking of me.
Big round of applause. Josh!